by Sharon Marris, news reporter. The U.S. has warned the North Korean regime that its country would be utterly destroyed if war were to break out. Hours after the isolated state's latest ballistic missile test, the U.S. ambassador to the UN urged all countries to cut diplomatic and trade ties with Pyongyang. At an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, Nikki Haley said, "We have never sought war with North Korea, and still today we do not seek it." New video of Kim at latest missile launch. If war does come, it will be because of continued acts of aggression like we witnessed yesterday. And if war comes, make no mistake, the North Korean regime will be utterly destroyed. Image: the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley. The missile was claimed by North Korea to be its most powerful so far and to be capable of reaching the U.S. mainland. In September, North Korea also tested its sixth and largest nuclear bomb, part of a program which it says is based on its need for self-defense. The U.S. and South Korea are due to hold military exercise in December. Video: Trump. Kim Jong-un is a sick puppy. Donald Trump's administration had said all options were on the table when it came to dealing with the ballistic and nuclear weapons programs, but it preferred diplomacy. But the president has resorted to name-calling at times, describing North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as Little Rocket Man and a sick puppy during a speech in Missouri on Wednesday. Mr. Kim, for his part, has called Mr. Trump frightened dog and a gangster fond of playing with fire. Video: 22 times Trump took on North Korea on Wednesday. Mr. Trump wrote on Twitter that he had talked with President Xi Jinping of China about additional major sanctions against North Korea. Ms. Haley said that the U.S. had asked China to cut its supply of oil to the communist nation. Relying on China to use its influence over the North Korean dictatorship is a strategy that Mr. Trump has often promoted, but it seems to have done little to calm the tensions so far. Who is Ri Chun-hee, North Korea's nuclear news reader? Video: nuclear nightmare closer under Trump. China's deputy UN ambassador Wu Haida described the current situation as grave but called for all parties to exercise restraint, implement UN sanctions and strive for the early resumption of dialogue and negotiations. Speaking at the same meeting as Ms. Haley, he said he hoped a China-Russia idea that would see North Korea suspend testing in exchange for the US and South Korea suspending military exercises would elicit a response and support. Russia's UN ambassador Vasily Nebenzia said his country was deeply disappointed with North Korea's missile launch, calling on all parties to stop the spiral of tension. North Korea has said its missile earlier this week reached a height of 2,780 miles and flew 590 miles during the 53 minutes it was in the air.